Looking at a mild fall day here. Put along the Halifax Harbor. Crow calling in the foreground. I'll tell you, yesterday was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good. Me brother, he came over and had a little talk, and I think some of the talk went into our expression in this song, and we had a wonderful, what I call in music, an accidental. Accidental means you head out to do, or try to do something, and you have this little not intended plan, and it just kind of works out. And I think for me and him, it may be revolutionary in the terms of making music. I think we got a song that people would want to hear, and yeah, as I said, probably making millions out of this one. Maybe. I'm kind of stunned by it. But for him, he says, "Oh yeah, 10 seconds of work, or 10 minutes of work is what he said, for what he did, his part." Then I just mixed it up and turned it into a song. Of course, for me, it took, I think he left around 5. For me, it went on to, I had my supper, and then I think about 6 o'clock I started up mixing, editing, and arranging. And good arrangement. I think a lot of songs aggressively are negative, and I kind of want this to be a little bit positive, but it's called, and it definitely is, with the title "The Immortal." Surviving anything, and the actual movements in the song relegate, or I was going to relegate, yes, or whatever, I don't know what that word means, but each little pause or even stoppage in the movement of the song is either a time in our existing life, our 70 to 100 years on Earth, of us, the being, in my case, Trevor. But it also talks, I think it's going to be a movement about mankind in itself, society's rising, society's falling, and yet we are still here. So it's a very hopeful song, and this really came up out of other song I was working on, where it's a very sad song, where it does lead to death. But this song after it kind of brings about a resurrection. So off to a good start. That's what I'm doing right now. Who knows? Make some money, and I'll go back to that trip across Canada. Maybe, I don't know. But that's dreams. It'd be amazing because that was one of my dreams. And as I did talks in school earlier this year, I was saying, previous to my accident, I wanted to be in the Olympics, sprinter. I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to play in the CFL. I wanted to be a rock star. Those are the dreams of a child, of a kid. And my dreams, those dreams were shattered and replaced with a dream of going across Canada in the empathy that I had for others, knowing with some regard, not all regard, what it's like to have your life interrupted, pulled away from what your dreams are. and be thrown into an institution called the hospital. And I met some very great people there that got me through it. In such a great regard, in this way, that I was able to accomplish 26,000 kilometers across Canada. But, you know, Kensho Satorito. That's all I got to say about that. And that basically means finding the nature of one's awakening path. And I'll say that again. Kensho Satorito, roughly translated, finding the nature of one's awakening path. And me and my brother there awoke something maybe in the next week or two. You'll all hear it, or I'll just hold it for a while. But pretty cool. But anyways, you know, you gotta just keep moving. And in any way, and this is what I said earlier this year, if I can't move them with my legs, I'm gonna move them with my words. And my brother kind of came up with some music to move them with too, maybe. So we're gonna see what kind of movement we'll make around this. Well, I'll show you right here. This Halifax. I'm sure we'll light up if we get into pubs or something around here. We'll light it up, and you know, we'll see where we take it from there. Maybe. But this world, if I headed out that way on a rowboat or a yacht, you can make it all the way around the world. Anyways, cheers, folks. And oh yeah, one more thing. I just want to, I'll turn this phone around here. The more we move others. Cheers.